Hello all. In this video we are going to study applications of uniform circular motion. The first application which we are going to study is vehicle along a horizontal circular track. For this we are going to consider a curved road of radius say r. This is the center of the road, and imagine the radius of this curved road is r, and a vehicle of mass m is moving along this curved road. Now in order to move along this curved road, at every instant the vehicle must be changing its direction. It means when the vehicle is moving along this curved path, means the vehicle is performing circular motion. And as we have studied, for any kind of circular motion, centripetal force is must. So in this case, the required centripetal force for a vehicle to take a safe turn along the curved road is provided by the force of friction between the road and the tire. This is the top view of the diagram, where you can see this is the curved road and this is a vehicle which is moving along this curved road towards left, and this is the radius of the circular path of this curved road. You can see in this diagram the vehicle tends to move in a tangential path to this curved road, but in order to take safe turn, the vehicle needs to change its direction at every instant of time or at every point on this circular path. And it is possible only if there is a centripetal force acting, which is the force which is acting along the radius toward the center. It's called as centripetal force, which must be acting on the vehicle. Now in order to understand this concept in more detail, we will see the vertical section of the same diagram. Now you can see this is the vertical section of the diagram, where you can see this is the vehicle which is moving along a curved road. This is the center of the circular path, in center of the curved road, and this car is moving or taking turn towards left. Now when the car is moving along a curved horizontal road, then the number of forces acting on the car are: the very first force is its weight mg, which is going to be acting vertically downward from the center of mass. The weight of the car, which is mg, is going to be act vertically downward. The normal reaction n between road and the vehicle is going to be acting in upward direction, and the centripetal force, which is given by the force of friction, that is one more force which is called as force of friction, which will exist between the road and the tires of the vehicle, is acting along this radius toward the center of the circular path. So this is the force of friction. We will denote it as Fs, force of static friction, which will exist between the road and the tire, which is acting along the radius toward the center of the circular path. From this diagram, it is very much clear that this force of static friction is directed along the radius and toward the center of the circle. It means this force of static friction is acting like a centripetal force. Therefore, we can write it as centripetal force is equal to force of friction, that is Fs. But centripetal force, as we know centripetal force, we can write its equation as mv square upon r, where m is the mass of the vehicle, v is the speed or velocity of the vehicle with which the vehicle is moving, and r is the radius of the curved road, is equal to force of static friction. But we know that force of static friction is equal to mu s into n, that is coefficient of friction and normal reaction. And here from the diagram you can see that this normal reaction and its weight mg, these two are the balance components, so we can write this is nothing but mu s into mg. We can replace this normal reaction with mg, because normal reaction and mg, these two vectors, they balance each other. Therefore we can write the equation as mv square upon r is equal to, in place of this force of static friction, we can write mu s, that is coefficient of static friction, into mg. This m will get cancelled. Therefore we are going to get v is equal to under root mu s rg. This is the equation for the maximum safety speed of a vehicle along a curved horizontal road. In this equation, you can see that the maximum safety speed of a vehicle along curved horizontal road depends on, number one, the coefficient of static friction between road and the tire, small r, which is radius of the curved road, small g, that is acceleration due to gravity. In this equation, we can see that the term m, that is mass of the vehicle, is not present. It means this equation, it is independent of mass of the vehicle. It means this equation is applicable for all types of vehicle irrespective of its mass. Now why it is called as maximum safety speed? Because by using this formula and by substituting the values of radius of the curved road and the acceleration due to gravity and coefficient of friction between road and the tire, whatever maximum value of velocity of vehicle which we are going to get, the vehicle must follow that maximum speed. Because if the vehicle overspeeding this calculated speed, then the vehicle will be in danger to thrown out of the road. That's why you must have observed the speed limit boards are displayed just before curve begin. In this video, as you can see, a vehicle of mass m is moving along a curved road of radius r, which is shown by a red arrow. Now in order to take a safe turn, the centripetal force is required, which is directed along the radius towards the center of the circle and which is provided by the force of friction between road and the tire. The normal reaction between road and the vehicle is in the upward direction, which balances its weight mg in downward direction. So as in video you can see, the required centripetal force is provided by the force of friction, that is mu mg, where mu is the coefficient of friction, m mass of the vehicle, g is acceleration due to gravity, and vehicle is moving with speed v. Therefore centripetal force is given by mv square upon r. So the required centripetal force, which is less than or equal to the force of friction, so we can write this equation as centripetal force, that is mv square by r, less than equal to mu mg. And by solving this equation, we are going to get the equation for maximum safety speed, which is v is less than equal to root mu rg. And if vehicle crosses this maximum safety speed, then it will be in danger to thrown out of the road.